Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Today I am in West Yorkshire, I'm in Bingley, and I'm outside Cubitt Cars. I've come up here today to show Rob my lovely Aston Martin V8 Vantage that a lot of you may well know from the main channel where we were doing this in a competition. That may well have finished by the time you've seen this, but either way, I brought it up to get Rob's seal of approval because that is his kind of stock that he normally has here at Cubitt Cars. Give the game away, I've already been in and had a cup of tea, seen Rob, but we thought we'd take the opportunity to have a good look around the showroom here because he's got some really interesting cars and just have a bit of a catch up with me, mate. So let's head inside and say hello. Look at this place. Robert.
Mr. Joe.
Hello, sir.
He appears.
Well, I've returned again.
We all good?
How are we?
Yeah, good. You?
Yeah, pleasure. It's amazing.
We shall be formal.
Yeah. Pretend like we haven't met and we haven't put mics on and we haven't got a cup of tea. No, we've already come in here and
all fresh.
Had a kiss and a hug this morning. This is the place, mate. I remember seeing this all over TikTok.
Yes, had a bit of a run on TikTok.
Long before YouTube, and then you started going on YouTube and we sort of said, yeah, you should definitely do it.
It's you that got me on YouTube.
Is it?
Yeah, because you kept on showing. No, it's all your fault. Yeah. You kept on showing this on your TikTok.
Podcast.
Yeah, and I thought if he keeps bringing me up, I'm gonna have to ring him. Then I rung him, got through the iron guard that is your reception. Yeah, and finally got through to you. So, but yeah, it's a bit of a mess. This is a mess.
Is it?
But yeah, for me.
Yeah, no, it looks awful, mate.
Yeah, it's shocking, isn't it? But I've not been here for best part of.
I probably haven't explained in this because we did a separate video where we turned up with the Aston. But you just had a child?
Due a child.
Oh,
child's due in 2 weeks.
Okay. Well, that makes it slightly easier with doing the house that you've just bought and you're fixing up.
Yes. So basically, she became pregnant. It's a gift.
We don't need to get into how that happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I enjoyed it anyway. So, and then we needed a house. We live in a flat at the moment. So, bought a house. I thought in my infinite wisdom, I'll buy a doer-upper. And then for the last 4 months, that is all I've been doing.
Yeah.
And it's been bad. Bad, mate. Everything. And trades.
It's not easy at the best of times. When you're under pressure and there's a kid coming and you've got to get back to work and whatever. I've done it quite a few times. I think it'll be worth it in the end.
I'm going to get that tattooed on me. So it's all I'm hearing. Yeah, it'd be worth it. Yeah. Think of the bigger picture.
Take it from me. The most money I've ever made was from renovating houses and doing them up, and the profit that you see from doing that. But they're probably the reason I'm going bold as well. So that's like, believe it or not, selling cars is probably less stressful.
100%. Yeah. Can't wait to be a car dealer again. 100%. Yeah. It's the trades. It's the people involved.
Yeah, I can't wait to have a look around because it's like a. I don't know what you want to call it. It's like an adult playroom in here.
It's different, isn't it?
In a non-weird sexual way. I mean, to be fair, I suppose a few sexual things probably have happened in here with a few interesting cars.
Yeah. We've got, oh God. Yeah, quick. I need curtains. Are you the man? You need the van washing, right.
Jet wash is blown up.
You get me some curtains, I'll wash your van. Cheers, mate. Good deal, that.
That's how the deals get done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's sorted. So normally this place is filled with some nicer metal in this. They are all nice cars.
What's all this shit doing?
Yeah, no, it's rubbish, isn't it? I know, but I've just been so busy. That's just sold.
It has, okay.
That's sold. That's been a bit of a story car, that one, unfortunately. Only because of the length of time I've had it in stock for. It was originally listed for £82,000 and I've just taken 67.
Oh. Is it electric or hybrid or something?
No.
Oh.
It's a 4S V8, same engine as an RS4, spec like you wouldn't believe. Have you come across Paul Jackson on the trade, Panroof Paul?
Yeah, I think so. I think you may have just had him on the podcast.
Yeah, you might have done. Yeah, lovely bloke, Wrexham.
Is it like Carter and
Haynes? Yeah, it was his personal car, so it's that qualifying car. But unfortunately, I bought it just before the market had a bit of a turn at the back end of last year.
Yeah.
And that's just been.
So if you're watching this now and you want to see who Paul is and whatever, you'll be able to find him on the podcast, Motor Trade Mentors, that would have just gone out probably. I sort of haven't seen that episode yet. It's just gone live. I sent it to the guys who did it, and the first thing he was talking about was when he had I can't remember what the name is now. But he had like Watchdog phoning him up because he was up to something with a call centre that he had or something.
That sounds like Paul.
He's got some interesting stories by the sound of it.
But he likes a car with spec, and I've bought an M8 from him, I've bought an Aston Martin from him, all sorts of stuff. He's always got nice cars. So I bought that, and Panameras are just hard work.
Have you been running it around, or did someone just take it for a very enthusiastic test drive?
It's been a test drive.
It looks like you've been doing like the local pest control.
Yeah, it has. We did a few bypass runs in it.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it was either that, the guy wanted either this or a Cayman GTS. So two totally different cars.
Yeah.
And I had to show him that this is actually still a sports car.
Yeah.
So I showed him.
Did you drive it? Yeah.
I did a bit of driving.
Did you know what? This is what I always used to do. When we had fast cars, which don't really have that many, but I'd love to again, in a sense. Because everyone who does car dealing would love to have this sort of stuck. That's why everyone's like, oh, Rob's place is so nice.
Thank you.
Should have been an interior designer more than a car dealer, probably.
Should see me house.
I've heard it looks rubbish at the minute.
Yeah, exactly. It's not good. Not good.
Is if someone's if coming to have a look at a fast car, you want to drive it first and kind of scare them.
Yeah, I like to
most times,
do that.
Do you find if you take someone out, even in something fast, they don't want to go crazy with you in the car?
Yeah, agreed. We've had some really timid we've had some mental ones. So the bypass that's near here, that's recently had a speed limit. Well, it's always had a speed limit, but it's recently had
been enforced.
Enforced. But prior to that, we had an RS7 and three lads came and took me up the bypass at 130. Obviously, them driving.
Yeah.
And there's a. I don't mind going quick, but I want to go home.
Yeah, it's a bit much, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, they bought it though, so I forgave them.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, as long as the money comes through.
Exactly. So.
But yeah.
So that's got. I've not got a lot of. This is quite cool. Well, these two are quite, and there's cool. Yeah, some stuff down here. That is a Tech Art 911. Yeah. It's only just come in, hence it looking like it looks. That is a subscriber's car.
Right.
It's 600 horsepower. It came in about 6 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, and it had an oil leak on it.
Yeah.
He wanted to do it on sale or return. So we put it through the process, said we can't sell it until you get the oil leak sorted, took it to a Porsche specialist, and 14 grand later it's back here.
Porsche life.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. And that wasn't ball score, because you don't get it on a turbo. That was clutch, pair of turbos, loads of stuff underneath. I think he had something to do with the brakes as well. So mechanically, it's had a fortune spent on it, but our job is now cosmetically to get it looking right again.
Yeah,
so splitters looking a bit messy, wheels need doing.
Carbon fibre.
Oh, it's carbon fibre galore. Yeah. So that's cool. And that's just come in part exchange. Had an advisory on the last MOT for being too loud.
Of course it did.
We
are in Bradford, nearly.
So that came against an M2.
I've never had one of these, you know.
You bid on one at G3 when I was with you. Do you remember? You'd done 120k.
Yeah, I think it might have been a CLA.
It was, yeah, you're right.
CLA, same engine, I guess, same thing, basically, but looks slightly different. What do you think of them?
It's for sale, so I love it.
I feel like I would feel a bit like I feel about Golf R's, which is a bit like...
You've got to wring its neck.
Have you?
Yeah, so...
Surprised me, because they're like 300 plus horsepower, aren't they?
They are, yeah, but it all feels up at the top. So you just got to really, really drive them hard.
And then Rob says that, and he's used to driving like Ferraris and stuff like that. Whereas, for me, I'd probably get in and be like, whoa!
I don't know. I just prefer something with a bigger. I mean, say that, but that's my Impreza, and that's a 2 litre as well.
Yeah. And how many horsepower is that?
Many, all of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that runs on methanol. That's hard work.
At least it was cheap, right, Rob?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It makes the house look cheap.
Jeez, just even looking at it looks expensive. Just looking at the brakes and everything on that.
Yeah, they were 3 grand. So
what did you say you spent? About 80,000 on it?
85.
85, yeah.
Plus the car. It's had everything done on it. And people, since I did a video on the channel about it, and since I launched it, people have been getting in touch saying they want to buy it. For 40.
Yeah. I'm still, I don't know. How do you feel about it? What do you think?
What's that? Oh. I've managed to do the house.
I mean, what's the plan with it?
I want to do some content on it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to get it on some track days. I've always wanted to do a front-mounted turbo and an exhaust out the bumper, just because cool. And it's not, the thing is, the engine's genuinely built for 1,000 horsepower. Lots of people say it, but it's proper. So if we can get that with a front-mounted turbo on sort of 700 horsepower, something like that, weighs just over a ton, it'll be...
ridiculous.
Yeah. And there's a little part of
me... It looks seriously cool. I love the wide arch and the fact that it's a 2-door and...
And they are going up. It's just
yeah.
People want ones that haven't been messed about with. But I think there's 2 ends of the market on that. You've either got bone stock market for that or mental market for that. I think if you've got one with an exhaust and a dump valve and a map on it, you're not in a market anymore. So that's into mental market now. I genuinely think it's one of the better ones that have been done.
100%.
Yeah.
There's also something that's a bit like unique, like you could have that same argument for, say, you wanted to buy like an urban Range Rover. Someone could be like, well, it's not original, so I don't want it anymore. But it's, well, actually, they charge a massive premium.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
it's just the Cubitt version.
Yes.
That's what you need to do.
Yes.
More importantly, what about the Panda 100 HP?
Right, so that's coming from a subscriber. I'm doing a review on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
do you know what? I really like them.
They are mega.
Oh, brilliant.
Absolutely mega. The only thing I would say about this car is they ride badly. They just do ride badly anyway, and that's been lowered. It's pretty painful, but it's got an exhaust on it, so it sounds great. You can wring its neck and not have to worry about speeding tickets.
Do you know what? Seeing it again, this is a car that I think is cool. It was cool enough, standard. It didn't need to be lowered.
Yeah.
But even just the wheels, they're not that special, but just as a package.
Cool. Well,
when you see it on a Panda.
This has got the Pandamanium kit.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know what that is?
No.
Neither do I. This stripe here.
Ah, right.
Pandamanium. The wheels are normally black, but it's painted in white, but that would also be Pandamanium. There's a couple of bits inside as well, I think. I think it's got better sound system in it and stuff. $2,500 he wants for that.
Really? Well, the thing is, do you know what's crazy is I remember thinking how cool these were 4 or 5 years ago, and you could get them for well under $1,000.
Yeah.
Probably retail. And now they've generally gone up in value.
They've got a following.
If you want like an investment car on the budge.
Yeah, on the budge, definitely.
This would.
Well, it's like a Mark 1 or Mark 2 MX-5, isn't it? They get that following. It just starts to push them up. So
yeah,
it's cool though. But I drove it. The heaters don't work very well. I drove the one day I took
do you know what I had that with? The last one I had, no, not the last one, let's say, but the last one that I can remember that I had in stock had the same thing with the heaters not working.
You've got to kind of crank them up, crank them down, crank them up, and then they start going.
It must have been quite a while ago because that was before I was really doing YouTube. And a YouTuber said, can I come and do a video on your Panda 100 horsepower? And we had all sorts in stock at the time. He might have been trying to like have a bit of foreplay with me. Could I try the Panda 100 horsepower? Could I also try the RS5?
Yeah, by the way.
Yeah, while I'm here, that went
there.
so well. But a top tip for you, if you are out there and you're a YouTuber and you're going to car dealers, because I suspect there's probably quite a few car dealers, if you've got trade insurance, it would be like, okay, you can do a video and give us a shout out.
We get them in.
I bet you do. Do you let many go out?
No.
No.
I do it.
I let him go out and do a couple, and he goes, there wasn't any fuel on that, so I put 20 quid in, so. I'm like, yeah, you've driven the thing, and you've made videos out of it. You want me to put fuel in it for you? So that ended there. So that's just a lesson for you. You had an opportunity there to come and drive as many cars as you wanted, make as many videos as you want, even if I still was. Just, you have to pay for your own fuel.
Thing is, I'm genuinely happy to help people out, genuinely. But when it comes to driving my stock.
Yeah, your stock.
Yeah.
It was a Panda 100 horsepower, and I think I might have let him take an Audi S5 that cost me like $4,000, so yeah.
Yeah, go with that.
Or when he came back with one, I just had the wheels refurbished.
Oh,
curbed.
no.
Yeah. That was the final line.
Yeah,
so that's why you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not worth it.
Tricky, isn't it?
Anxious enough as it is.
Yeah.
That's cool. C43, that's cool.
Do you know what? Yeah, I've been...
I like these.
I keep eyeing them up. What are they like? Because it's obviously the V6 turbo.
Again, you've got... I'd have a 40, I'd have a 63.
Well, of course you would.
Yeah.
But these, if you see them at auction now, probably as low as like 25, 30.
Yeah, that's 31 retail is that.
Is it? Okay, so even less.
Paul Jackson bought that off him.
Okay.
I had it in for a while actually. It's a bit of a, and I think the problem with these is you want the exhaust button. So I've got one coming in against that. It's got the exhaust button. Paid more money for it.
Yeah.
So it's worth it. I like them. They're probably a thinking man's C63.
Yeah.
Because it's an all-weather car, whereas a C63 will.
Oh, of course, they four-wheel drive.
Yeah. Yes, it's a 4MATIC, so they will actually set off. So very similar to the A45, same sort of four-wheel drive system.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, well, we'll get around to trying one at some point, but
it's on the ramp. I'd let you.
That's the last motorbike I had as well.
Have you had a Monster?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I had.
Is it a little one like this?
Is it the 821?
Yeah.
So same as what I had. I had I bought it off someone else. Mine was the Stripe. Is this a Stripe
This
as
is
well?
a Stripe, yeah. Extra 500 quid from factory Stripe.
Yeah, for a Stripe. And I had the panniers and everything on it as well. Like someone else had kitted it out, all the original stuff. But
standard exhaust or different?
Oh, good question. Good question. I think it was a standard one actually, because it is like a big old unit, isn't it? But they still sound pretty damn good.
Yeah, exactly. I've toyed with another one and then I ride it, get it warm, it pops and bangs. I think it's enough.
Yeah, and you think, why would you go louder? It'd probably ruin it.
Yeah, but I had a nightmare with this.
Really?
There's always a story.
Yeah.
I bought it from Newcastle off of Geordie. He was fine though. paid cash for it because he wanted cash. Gave him the money in an envelope. I said, look, let's count it now. I want to make sure it's right. I knew it was right. No, I trust you, mate, I trust you. So I counted it anyway. He wasn't watching. On the way home, rung me, it's 200 quid light. We ended up having a fight about it.
Oh, God.
And then I did a TikTok video about it, and someone put underneath in the comments, oh, he doesn't live near here, does he? I'm like, yeah, that's uncanny. He goes, oh, he's called this, is he? I'm like, yeah, that's him. He went, yeah, he does this a lot. So he's got a reputation for it. And
But,
I nearly conceded. I thought, have I got it wrong?
Yeah, I know, that's the thing,
Yeah.
isn't it? And again, going back to, I don't know if we were on camera, we were talking about wanting to be like, as car dealers, you get a bad rep, but you always tend to like do more than we probably should do for people. You don't want to have a bad reputation and feel like there's cards are stacked against you already. But that's where you've got to draw a line and say, I gave you the opportunity to count the money,
Yeah,
and you didn't.
exactly.
So that's the end of.
Yeah, yeah.
Just forget it, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about this Macan, because that is a gorgeous colour.
Beautiful. Bought this from a friend of a friend.
Oh, it's a GTS. So, sorry to talk over you. Is this a 3 litre
3 litre
petrol?
turbo. Yeah. Proper. It's the one down from the turbo, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, spec-wise, massive spec on it. I bought it, this is really weird, I bought it off a friend of a guy I bought my first, I'd say, proper car to sell, Fortune C63.
Yeah.
He got in touch with me. He bought it from Redline Racing, which is a company up the road. 2 owners, massive spec, lovely thing. 60,000 miles, mega history. Transfer box has been done.
Yeah.
Timing chain tensors have been done. Bottom arms have been done. All the big jobs on it all been done. So that's like a proper
Minter.
perfect example. Yeah.
It's a
And it
proper
is,
one.
I don't like to use mint, but it is bloody close as that.
Yeah. That's very, very nice.
But it's done 60,200 miles, so I can't drive it.
Let's have a look at your valeting
The
bay. Because
detailing bay.
in typical Rob style, we will ask him in a minute how much you spent in here, because look at the bifold doors, which obviously open all the way up.
Be good then. Well, I'll show you it's a bifold, but...
I know. It must have cost you a bloody fortune, though.
2.5 grand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not that bad. Plus the dreaded.
What, new?
Yeah, new. I know.
Yeah.
I know a window
All right,
guy.
all right. I need your contact then, because I'll drive up here another 5
Yeah,
hours to get
exactly.
to. I want some from a barn down the farm,
Yeah.
so that you can like open them up and go in that way. But if you've got nice cars in there, you'll be able to see them from the outside.
Exactly. Well, we did all the front as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that wasn't 2.5, wasn't the front. But
No.
yeah, this is a mess in here as well.
Oh yeah.
It genuinely
You're
is
so
like
out
the
of
floor's
touch with
dirty and
reality,
stuff.
Rob.
Yeah, quite. So this is just
These are cool as well. This is what I need. Some of these.
yeah, sort of softbox lighting, isn't it? Essentially, yeah. See, that's good for a photo booth.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't show up any marks. Whereas something like that, your hex lighting is going to show everything up on a bonnet or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you've got in your sort of showroomy bit at the front, the
Yeah.
hex lighting. It looks really cool, but it's got to be perfect.
Yeah. Well, because what I was thinking is that barn I was talking about having with those things is having some panels like this.
Yeah.
You can get them kind of like go all the way down the side.
Yeah. 18 quid a throw.
Are they?
Yeah.
It's like an eBay job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even dear. And we got that for free.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we washed someone's car.
Oh, okay.
All of a deal. And this is a good idea because what we're doing, we photographed cars in here.
Yeah.
And then we had another lad working as well at the same time. So Callum was photographing, another lad in here cleaning. So we went with a big, it's a bit sketchy. So we can shutter it all off.
Yeah.
Otherwise you've got a detailer in the background, it looked a little bit rough.
It's good.
Yeah.
Love it.
So it's everything
got
that you need.
You've got a really good sort of setup.
Thank you. It's all just bijou and in-house.
Yeah. The only thing you don't do, obviously, is the mechanics and whatever, but then...
Yeah, I don't want to know.
No, I think you're probably better off.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you've got it the right way around though, Joe, mate, because you've got, if you need something, it's there, isn't it? Whereas I'm relying on other people. And if you've got something sort of fruity in, like that, we had that 316 last year. I mean, if we could have serviced that in-house or done something in-house, we would have saved thousands. Because we had to use a specialist, and it was they were very good, but it was very expensive. But you pay for the stamp in the book, whereas a Cubitt car's performance and prestige stamp would probably been all right on a car of that age.
Get a mobile mechanic in and just get a stamp.
I've got a stamp on my desk, mate. Only if it's been done.
Yeah. Right, forget all that.
Cool.
Let's go and have a look at the bar and the customer schmoozing suite.
Absolutely. After you, mate.
So no car dealership is complete without a fully equipped bar. Oh, and multiple fish tanks, right? And a pool table.
Absolutely.
And a V8 table, obviously, in a classic Beetle.
It's important stuff, Joe.
How did you get this up here?
Oh, mate, we've got a problem with that bike at the minute. That's a friend's motorbike.
Yeah. What did you have to do?
We got it up the stairs, mate.
Did you really?
Yeah, yeah. We got it up the stairs.
I feel like I've got the solution for you.
Yeah.
Right away.
There's a bit of a gap.
There's a bit of a gap.
So that's the tallest ramp we could get, because I wanted it to, ideally I wanted it actually to come up into the mezzanine. But when we started pricing it up, it was very, very silly to do it. You do custom ramps, 20 grand. Yeah, you know these ones where they kind of go up another floor?
Yeah.
20,000 quid. That was 4. But it's the tallest. I spent ages Googling what's the tallest you can get to set it up as high as possible.
Do you know what's interesting to see is I didn't realise, because these are proper storage ramps, that obviously it is all just a solid floor. So say something like this, your Classic, for example, is leaking oil. It's not dropping down onto the roof or something else.
Yeah. Well, that's what I had when I went to look at that. Again, that 360 that I bought last year, I bought it from, it came as a trade-in against a McLaren that was on sale or return at a garage down in Macclesfield. And when I went to go and look at it, they had storage ramps, but they had gaps in.
Yeah.
And the Ferrari was just covered in oil from something above it, just leaking it all over it. So these, they're a good drip tray.
Yeah. But you can't really ever get in there and do any work, even if you wanted to fiddle with something.
They're sort of pointless. It's very much well, for me, the ramps were, I want to say they were 14 grand fitted for those 4.
Right.
My logic there is that's 4 more cars in stock when you're at full capacity. If you're doing, call it a couple of grand a car, because we're on camera, you only have to turn that twice, don't you? You've paid for your ramps.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Or 3 times.
Yeah, or whichever.
So,
but that's quite easy. You've only, you could have a car in stock for 4 months if you had to throughout the year, and it's paid off in a year, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So ideally, I want to do the whole way down. You can fit another 4 in.
Yeah.
And potentially, I've thought about doing car storage across the top.
Okay.
So doing the top row, sort of 150, probably 200 quid a month, to be fair, I think is more reasonable. Across the top row, 8 ramps, 1,600 quid a month.
Yeah.
And that's almost your rent paid, isn't it? Mm. In fact, I've got a couple of people who are interested in storing already at £200 a month.
Yeah.
So,
especially if you've got some semi-interesting stuff, and when you're there talking about whatever it is you're selling, you can be like, wow.
Yeah. It was lovely. Last year we had a V8 F-Type, Ferrari 360, Lotus Emira, and then Aston Martin Vantage, one of the newer ones, all in the line at the top, and it was just perfect. When everyone
it's cool actually when you're up here, because they are on this level.
You're on the same level.
Looking at them,
yeah. It's just a bit different. So, yeah.
And you've got the V8 table that we never actually ended up making. Ours has turned into a wine rack, which everyone loves. Is that? Oh no, that's not. I was going to ask, do you know what engine it is?
It's a Rover V8.
It is a Rover V8?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, I can give you some real specifics, because I had a friend come in who's really, really into this sort of stuff. Right. It is. He solved the mystery. Here, read that. That's that table. Had a guy come in and start measuring balls and stuff.
There's a 94D, sorry, which were originally supplied for fitment into 1999 to 2002 Land Rover Discovery 2's UK market. It's a 4 litre secondary injection. There's a lot of information there about the coffee table, but it looks fantastic.
Yeah, you just said, I'll look into it for you. I was like, cheers, mate. So now I bought that on eBay, ready-made.
Yeah.
It should have been about 500 quid, but someone had ordered it in the wrong colour, or wasn't happy with the colour. Okay. I argued I didn't like the gold either, even though it matched the calipers on my Subaru.
Yeah.
Did a deal.
And then you've got like a Cubitt car, because Cubitt is not necessarily a family thing, but...
Unfortunately, no relation, no, but that is... there was a Cubitt car that ran, I want to say it was like 1913, there or thereabouts. A lot got exported to Africa. And then I had a antiques dealer ring me up and say, I've got something that you might be interested in. It's a hubcap off an original Cubitt car, so...
Do you not ever get tempted to just live here?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. We're not
You've got a really nice... Where do you do your paperwork? Is your office in there?
Yeah, I've got
an office. Do paperwork?
Yeah, you can... it's a bit... Now, this is a mess. The office is a mess.
Well, that's fine. Whenever I watch it, he's like... You see, like, clips of him, he's got, like, sofa... It looks like you could just be... so this is it? Yeah, you got your sofa, so you can have a kip in here if you need to.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, now I feel...
And that is a heated massage chair, I'll have you know.
Of course it is. Of course it is. I would never go home. I honestly would never go home.
It's a nice place to be, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice to sit. Yeah, it is nice. It's nice for me to sit here and imagine I'm Rob Cubitt for
Look at you.
A few minutes.
You don't want to be him, mate. I made this desk.
Everyone says, did you really?
Yeah.
Well done you. What, did you welded the thing up?
I might have.
You assembled it?
Yeah. I'll put it together.
Very good though. No, it's nice. Very, very nice, mate. It's
Thank
nice
you,
to come
mate.
and see it as well.
Yeah.
And,
I appreciate it. Do you want to see the toilet?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so look at the loo.
Is that in here or is it downstairs?
It's downstairs, so there are 2 loos.
You've got quite a lot of,
Baller.
like, off camera, what's in there?
Number plate making machine and shite.
Okay.
Just all your bits and bats and stuff that you just don't want in the way.
Is that like an AMG supercharger or something?
That
Manifold or
is,
something?
yes, off the C63.
Is it? You've got a lot of space here.
It's all right, isn't it? And it's not mental money.
I take it all this was like all constructed, or did you build this?
No, this is already here. We painted it also. I paid someone to paint it. My missus did. So she'll be upset if I don't show you this.
Yeah.
So this is the loo we don't go in.
Okay.
I'll just make sure, hang on a minute, hang on.
Just flushed it
No
first.
skidders, we're all right.
Look at that.
Look at this.
Lovely. Very nice indeed.
It's bijou, but it has everything you need. Look at that ivy.
Just everything's being thought of. Oh.
That is not even refilled with cheap stuff. That's actually Molson Brown, mate.
Which hotel did you nick that from?
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very nice.
I'm really showing off. I feel the quality of that.
Wow.
Huh?
That's like you could put that on your lap for you. Yeah. Can I have one of those?
You go on. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Should we have a look at your wonky Aston Martin?
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah,
So
have a look at it.
That was Cubitt Cars. We can find Rob on TikTok as Cubitt Cars.
TikTok has Cubitt Cars, yes, although don't
more
do a lot
importantly,
on there.
YouTube, the logbook.
That's the
we'll
important
link
one
below and all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. You would have seen him on the podcast and stuff like that before as well. And yeah, that is it. It's a pleasure being here. If you want to find us again, we'll be looking at an Aston Martin in another video. Thank you, Rob.
Nice one, mate. Good
Pleasure to see you. Bye-bye.
Cheers.